Recently, rumours have started circulating that an announcement for Red Dead Redemption 2 could be here sooner than the 710 from Blackwater. Very little is known about the game so far, which is why we have so many questions. Here are the 8 most pressing. Watch out for spoilers ahead for Red Dead Redemption, and if you're heading to the comments right now to let us know that Red Dead Redemption 2 is the wrong thing to call this because Red Dead Redemption itself was a sequel to Red Dead Revolver, please don't. Thank you.
The first question is, where is the game set? Mainly because we almost certainly already know. Yes, that is cheating a little bit. You see a map leaked, which has since been independently verified by some big boy websites like VG247 and Tech Radar. The map shows the next Red Dead game will expand the Blackwater and the Tall Trees area from the first game out to the north and the east. It looks like we're getting more variety too, which I don't know if you've heard, is the spice of life. The Grizzlies looks like a proper mountain range up in the north, presumably inspired by the Rocky Mountains, and there's a swampy bayou down to the southeast. There even appears to be a small separate portion of what might be Mexico up at the top, just in case you're pining for Perdido. Perhaps the question should be when exactly is it set? The suggestion that it's a prequel is backed up by the fact that although there are railroads marked on the leaked map, there isn't one in and out of Blackwater, suggesting it hadn't been built yet when the game takes place. That means there'll be no gallivanting around in these newfangled automobiles either. The only Ford you'll be sitting in is if your horse throws you off while you're crossing a river. Whereas Red Dead Redemption was set in 1911 as the Old West was slowly being killed off by politicians and lawmen, Redemption 2 might put the wild back into the West, and could well be set as early as the gold rush of the 1840s and 50s. On that subject...
Once you didn't die, the doctor said you'd be fine. He got the bullets out a couple days ago.
Good.
It cost us $15.
I'm sorry, madam. Should have left me there to die.
One of Red Dead Redemption's greatest strengths was its hero, John Marston. Gruff and no nonsense, but with compassion and a sense of humour, John quickly became one of our favourite ever video game protagonists, particularly after we'd spent any amount of time playing as his son Jack.
Oh, Christ!
Anyway, we want to know if Redemption's hero is going to show up in this new game. It's rumoured to be a prequel, so there is every chance he could show up, because... no reason.
So, you ever hear talk about them machines that can make a man fly?
One of them machines can turn men into angels.
One of them machines can turn men into angels.
We don't need to play as a young John Marston or anything like that, but hearing tales of his exploits with Dutch's gang from NPCs, or even running into him in his bad old days, would be a great moment for fans of Red Dead Redemption, and give us more of an insight into that game's story as well. They robbed over 40 banks, you know.
They told us there was a prize when you got to 50.
Plus, if I can get rid of Dutch van der Linde back then, I won't have to assault his fortress at the end of Red Dead Redemption, which will save me tons of time in the past.
Red Dead Redemption came out in 2010. Since then, Rockstar has released Grand Theft Auto V, a hugely ambitious game that pushed a lot of the boundaries for open world games.
$5 for a hand job's the best you're gonna get!
A lot of the boundaries. All the innovations of GTA 5 are available to the new Red Dead, but that said, not all of it is going to be suitable for the Red Dead experience. So what will Rockstar want to carry over to cowboy times, and what will they want to leave in Los Santos? One thing we're definitely hoping makes it into RDR2 is Grand Theft Auto V's multiple character system, where you can switch between the 3 main characters, each with their own unique skills and special abilities at any time.
Hey! See my face, amigo? Re-fucking-member it, I'm your goddamn boss!
In addition to the gameplay possibilities, it opens up some interesting story angles. What if we were playing as both a lawman and an outlaw, each trying to survive in the lawless American frontier, with common goals and enemies slowly working towards a confrontation between the two? Then you have to choose a side at the end. If that's the case, guys, you may as well engrave that Game of the Year 2017 trophy right now.
You're a persistent little cuss, ain't you?
Only when things matter.
Then there's GTA 5 Next Gen's first person mode, which would give us the chance to experience the open world of the game through the eyes of our protagonist. Sure, Los Santos is lovely and all, but the forests, mountains and wide open plains of a new Red Dead game are going to look incredible, even more so in first person view. While Red Dead is definitely its own thing and separate from Grand Theft Auto, there are definitely elements of the latter that Red Dead can take and use to enhance the Wild West experience. It's just not the same with Trevor.
When we ask what the multiplayer will be like, what we're really asking is, can the multiplayer be like GTA Online but with cowboys, please? Just think about it, the entire map open to roam around, riding horses, shooting people, joining posses with our friends, and actually what we've just described is exactly the free roam multiplayer from Red Dead Redemption, which, now that we think about it, was pretty much the prototype for GTA Online. Huh. More of the same would be fine, but ideally we'd like them to give Red Dead 2 the full Rockstar Online treatment, including a ton of activities and regular content updates and events. Pretty please? There could be saloons where you could start punch-ups and run people along the bar, multiplayer minigames, Texas Hold'em poker with the option to palm cards up your sleeve and flip the tables and shoot everyone if you lose, or homesteads where you can sit out on the back porch playing the guitar and watching the buffalo roam and the deer and the antelope play. And the best part? I'm pretty sure attack helicopters and sticky bombs hadn't been invented yet. I, for one, can't wait to survive for more than 5 minutes this time. They could even do a Wild West version of GTA Online's heists, with you planning and executing a daring train robbery or busting one of your gang out of jail. Also, we want to be able to add hydraulics, underlighting, and a musical horn to our horse. Just me? Just me.
Red Dead Redemption was a good-looking game in its day, perfectly capturing the vast beauty of the Wild West. I mean, I say perfectly, I wasn't there, but I daydream about being a cowboy all the time, and it looks just like this. Times have moved on though, and GTA 5's graphical upgrade for Xbox One and PS4 has set a new standard for how realistic a massive open world game can look. Well, we want Red Dead Redemption 2 to look even better than this. In the Wild West there are fewer buildings to render, less traffic and fewer pedestrians to worry about. You don't have to create realistic flip-flops that realistically flip and flop. Kudos to whichever Rockstar animator spent 2 weeks of their precious fleeting life making that look just right. Less of all that sort of thing means plenty of graphical horsepower to make the game's more natural environment utterly spectacular, like even prettier than Far Cry Primal's towering mountains and haunting forests. Remember that was a game, Far Cry Primal? Came out in February apparently.
Oh, it's easy. We just get on me raft here and let the current sweep us away to paradise. Come on then, Dobby.